Hey everybody, welcome back. It's me. We're playing the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, 48 wins in a row. Sorry, it's a little early over here. 8D1GMGOY with great stats. Unbelievably good starting stats. And Diplopia? You're not gonna believe me, maybe. I think you'll believe me. I don't know why I started the bit with that. It's a very believable story. I actually dreamt about Isaac last night. Not that, like, I was Isaac and I was trying to escape the basement. I dreamt, like, I was... And it's weird, because dreams, like, they're so implausible sometimes, but sometimes they present very plausible scenarios that kind of, like, are a little surprising. I guess, you know, the human brain is pretty powerful, right? So I dreamt that I started a run in Isaac on this save file on the streak, and it was like 40, you know, win 49 or whatever, and then I forget what happened, but I had to like quit the run so it reset the streak, and then I had to like go into the videos and be like, hey guys, it's not what you think. I didn't just yeet a video because I was gonna lose, I promise. Instead, it's like, you know, I don't know, like, my computer crashed or whatever. Admittedly, like, I actually have no idea why I left it. I mean, there's the failure of the dream logic is that I now have no memory of, why I had quit that run in my dream to begin with. This is a very good start. I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. I'm gonna save all our resources here. This is a big one. Yeah, sometimes you dream like you're flying through outer space. It's not too bad either. And sometimes you dream like, hey, I made a mistake at work. It's the true insidious nature of nightmares, is that sometimes they're a reflection of just the things that maybe give you low-level anxiety throughout the day. Alright, well, I mean, we absolutely want to come in here. I could use Diplopia to get those books without getting hurt, but I don't think that's the Diplopia play. Especially, you know, our stats are so good, we got a good chance to get to the deal with the devil. This room kind of stinks for it, but we got a good chance to get to the deal with the devil without getting a spirit heart to begin with. I don't think we need to get, like, invincibility or anything like that. We want the deal with the devil to possibly be doubled. Well, I mean, I'll tell you, I have long maintained... I've said this numerous times in the past, but, you know, I don't have, like, a recurring nightmare where I'm, like, you know, haunted or anything like that. My recurring nightmare is that I'm, and I get it about once a month, I'm just on a plane, and this was, like, pre-COVID, so it was, like, being on a plane was not necessarily a nightmare in and of itself, but I would be, you know, on a plane, and then just think to myself, like, oh, I'm going to South Korea to teach English for another year, and then be like, ah! This is goofy. I think we want this. I don't think we want to duplicate that. I think we want to... It's a little strange. I think we'd actually maybe rather just duplicate what's going on in the shop here. And I'll tell you, it's mighty interesting. We already got Sackboy out of it, which is very, very nice. We want... There's no reason not to pick up one Steam sale. Oh, and then we don't even need to... I was like, we need 30 cents. We don't need 30 cents. We can buy this. Now everything's going to be free in the shop. And this in and of itself, I don't know if 2 sack heads really does that much for us. Or anything at all, really. You know, having free everything in the shop, that's a pretty big coup in the early game. Definitely you want Spider-Man. Definitely you want one of these. And if we can just get a bomb on every reroll, we're going to be pretty happy. Piggy Bank is, you know, not amazing, but totally fine. Might as well pop that, just so we, you know, we got a lot of work to do with this shop here. No real reason to dilly-daddle. We're going to have a lot of tarot cards, you know. Might as well smelt that, get a spirit heart. I mean, this is insanely good. I'm really glad we used Diplopia on the shop. To think I was considering using it for, like, one... extra health upgrade. I don't think we want Broken Stopwatch. I don't necessarily trust it as far as items go. But I mean, this is a killer pickup, obviously. It's another world card. Don't really care for Hanged Man as much as maybe, I mean, we could use a death card temporarily. That seems sensible. Alrighty. So very, very good stuff. An Emperor card. Emperor World. I think we'll take Death with us. If you'll just excuse... Thank you. Okay. I just got to get my head wrapped around this one. Okay, don't have any need for that. Oh, we can't even bomb our way through that again. Why? Oh, that's not that big of a deal. Why am I freaking? Alright, World Emperor, sure, whatever. Forget the death card, dude. It's not that big a deal. We definitely do want Bookworm. And to be honest, like, there is a case to be made. Do we still have invincibility? We do. There's a case to be made for not taking Trinket Smelter, but I think Smelter, I'm not going to say it's better than Book of the Dead, because I really think Book of the Dead is really good. I think Smelter has the potential to create, like, some more interesting runs. We got a really, really nice setup. I mean, to be honest with you, this is more items than we have, like, 75% of the way through the game sometimes. So we're on the second floor. And every shop that we can enter is going to be like this if it has a reroll machine. As Brett Hull said, nobody in the history ever thought that this day would end. Well, guess what? It's never gonna end. Dude, that's a pretty good hammered Brett Hull impression. I gotta bring that one on the road. It's not gonna play very well in a lot of markets, mostly because people are gonna be like, I don't know who Brett Hull is. And then a lot of other people are gonna be like, I know who Brett Hull is, but I don't really understand this reference. I'll be like, you haven't seen We Went Blues? Come on, man. We don't have to go anymore. That's not that good. We don't have to go anymore. That's a little better. We went. Nope, that's a little too fast. We went. There you go. Something like that. So yeah, that was a weird little nightmare last night. It's one of those nightmares that tricks your brain as well. It's not like that catastrophic. Like, I mean, the beauty of having lost many streaks in my life is that I believe if we actually had some kind of technical snafu, where, you know, the streak number was no longer reflecting the real streak number, you would probably believe me, because of the fact that I have also put up many, many staggering losses over the course of the year. Or years, I should say. This year we've had a relatively low number of losses. But still, you know, it's nice to have it not be a problem. I don't foresee a late, or, you know, I don't know if we're in late career or whatever, but I don't really foresee a shift in my life at any point that I'll be like, oh, as I get older and my priorities shift more, you know, I'm going to be more likely to engage in some chicanery just to keep that streak number going. That doesn't really seem like me. I'm content to bear my my strengths and weaknesses, you know, my triumphs and my faults out there for the audience to see. Regardless, how's everybody doing? Today is a Wednesday. I'm a little, I wouldn't say like I'm disappointed overall, but yesterday on Team Unity we tried to play some 4-player Spelunky co-op. Oh, this is such a good item, dude. It was disappointing just to find that, you know, there's some real multiplayer latency issues, like some, not just like, hey, it's a little bit, you know, janky, but like ranged down to like unplayable for some of the people involved, and is actually widespread, so it does not appear to merely be you know, like a connection issue. Like, the developers tweeted about it and we're like, sorry. So it's you know, I guess I shouldn't say that it's like that much of a surprise. I don't mean that in like a super negative way, but you know, Spelunky 1 was a little multiplayer jank as well. Not in the way that's like it's unplayable or anything, but just in the way, we're gonna get more cards. I think we're happy with this. Well, we probably should use bombs though. Just in the way that it was like, you know, the game, in my opinion, is clearly designed around single player, but still, you would expect maybe like some net code fixes, hopefully in the future, to make it a little bit more playable. We got to check out a little bit of the new Fall Guys update. Honestly, for a mid-season refresh, I think it's pretty good. Seems to bring a lot of extra difficulty to the courses, which is actually something that it desperately needed. Dude, this run is going to be, like, incredible. Keep in mind, every time we reroll, we're going to, in all likelihood, get to a hermit card. Or not a hermit card, a judgment card. And the judgment card, I'm trapped. I'm actually trapped. I need you to pay out, or I need to use my hermit card. But every judgment card, you know, we don't really need money for anything, so we can use all of our money. I guess now we need it. But we can use all of our money to play the judgments and get even more items out of it. Yeah, I mean, we'll take it. We don't really want it. Oh my god. I forgot we had starter deck. This is a strange one. Just give me a second here. So we definitely want blank card, black rune. Don't just yeet black rune willy-nilly here. What is this? 2 of diamonds. I know you're like blank card 2 of diamonds, but we really don't actually need it here. So the battery charge is super good, but we should not use the battery charge just yet. Oh, I should have taken the bomb, obviously. Because there's a potential for there to be even more items coming out, as you can see right here. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really care about the other cards that much. This room's getting a touch messy. There we go, it's exploded. We want this. Honestly, give me the bomb and then just suck this up, so we're kind of set now. And then give me this, and the other one is strength. Doesn't really matter. We'll take that. Get the heck out of town. Yeah, that went pretty well. I don't know. We picked up, I don't know, another 8 items, and then also a bunch of stats as well. I apologize, by the way. We will not use Dogtooth the way it's intended. That's okay, though. This is really good. So yeah, I mean, I think the new, not that anybody's waiting for my opinion necessarily, you know, you already own the game or you don't, for the most part, I would imagine. But yeah, new Fall Guys update, it definitely mixes it up a little bit. I think the other thing is that it demonstrates, like, what that game needs moving forward, which is, like, mid-season updates without being overly rude. And we got so much HP, there's no way we're not going to do this. But mid-season updates are like the bare minimum. If they're going to go like 3 months between seasons or 2 months between seasons, that's what you need to keep things fresh. Alternatively, what if you just had those variants in... Oh yeah, you know what, Bumbo? You should take the money. What if you had those variants in the game to begin with so that the season felt fresher even longer? Because, you know, this might be incorrect. But my hunch, at least, yeah, go ahead, Bumbo. For me personally, is like more content at origin point feels fresher longer than 2 50% injections of content right away, or like at measured intervals. You may disagree. I mean, I feel like it's kind of it's maybe counterintuitive to say what I said, but that is how I feel about it. I mean, like, I think, you know, when did most people with Fall Guys, when did most people hit a level where they were like, I've seen everything there is to see? Probably within, like, you know, less than 10 hours. We're gonna suck this up too. If you doubled the amount of content that was in the game, or if you tripled the amount of variants that were in each level, I think it would give you more than triple the amount of time, because, you know, it takes... I don't know, now I'm getting, like, way too psychological despite not having any background in it, but I'm like, I think it takes you longer to notice that there's not that much variance when there's more variance present at the start. You know what I mean? It's like a longer song can be repetitive. If it's 8 minutes long, it's gonna take you longer to notice the repetition, maybe? I don't know. See? Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a dangerous thing. I am like other YouTubers, I don't know what I'm talking about, but unlike other YouTubers, I recognize when I don't know what I'm talking about. So, I'm not saying that makes me that good, but it maybe makes me one cut above. Alright, so we are going to... one cut above in an air of false superiority, at least. Alright, so we're looking for... rerolls on the shop, and if they give us spacebar items, we are pogged because we can use those to get incredible statistical boons. Potato peeler, you always are gonna. You know what? I'll actually let you know. I think this is one of those situations where we're gonna hit 3 potato peelers because it's also gonna give us. We have a lot of spirit hearts, but B, it's also gonna give us a lot of opportunity to use empty vessel, and then we'll just immediately throw empty vessel away. Oh my god, dude! Look at the shot speed. This is a fun run. This one has like less than a 0% chance of a loss. And not in that monster train way. Where I was like, we're definitely gonna win, and then I played one more card and totally screwed it up. So I hope you'll forgive me for not really prioritizing every consumable that's on the map right now. We're pretty much... You know, it's like buying a Lamborghini. I don't even want that, honestly. And then, you know, they're like, do you want the extended warranty? And you're like, I don't need the extended warranty, dude. I'm a billionaire. That's right, I'm also a billionaire in this metaphor, or comparison, at least. You don't need the extended warranty, dude. Just you asking me if I need the extended warranty has cost me more in opportunity than the extended warranty would save me. As Jonathan Marchessault would say, don't waste my time. I mean, here's the okay. Why not, right? That's my thinking on this. We definitely, like, this run is over when we want it to be over. Blank card, Emperor, means that as soon as we say it's done, it's done. But we don't say it's done yet. This should be 4th level Meat Boy. Yo, Blanket saved us from the hit there. I forgot, it always works on bosses. I shouldn't sound so, like, surprised. This actually seems like it's probably worth more than a stat upgrade. We want to go to every shop, for sure. But, you know, we are coming close to the point where, like, this one is just going to be... It's going to be over ASAP. I feel so bad for... we don't need a 3rd Steam sale. But... I feel so bad for Dogtooth, because it's like, he's really doing his part here. He's like, hey, there's a secret room. Hey, there's a secret room over here. You know what? Just for you, buddy. Just for you. Hey, there's another secret room. Shh, Daddy's working. Alright. Alright. I think... we might as well. The one thing, like, what do you get for the man who has everything? You get him the thing he doesn't have, which is Guppy. That's what we're really lacking right now. I'm not worried about any other cards. I'm not worried about any other mechanics. This is like... Look, we've had a lot of overpowered runs, and a lot of overpowered runs largely just hinge on, like, Mom's Knife Brimstone. This is kind of a unique one. Like, I'm pretty stoked with how this one's gone. That Diplopia Steam sale play. Look, I'm not saying it's, I'm honestly, I am gonna toot my own horn. I'm not afraid to admit it, okay? I think that old me would have Diplopia'd at, like, the first sign of it being, worth anything at all. And then I wouldn't have ever gotten to this point right here. New me, it recognizes that, hey, it's better to use Diplopia than to use Diplopia well than to lose it for nothing, you know, because you come across a better spacebar item at some point. But at the same time, dude, at the same time, Diplopia is like having the first overall draft pick, you know? It has so much variance. We want that. In terms of its potential, like you could get LeBron James. Or you could get Andrea Bargnani. That's right. You didn't think I knew a draft bust at number 1. I bet you didn't think I knew a draft bust at number 1. Guess what? I know 2. The other one, Greg Odom. But I don't want to, you know, he was plagued with injuries throughout his career. I don't really want to be like, you know... I don't want to rag on him too hard. It's not. I'm not going to say it's not his fault, because I don't know the specifics of the injuries. I'm just going to say that, you know, I don't really... You know, there's some things you can't control, right? And for everything else, there's MasterCard. You want to make sure you're maximizing your chances of getting a LeBron James, which is not really... I guess in reality, you can't really control that too much if you're in the National Basketball Association. What are you going to do? Like, oh, make sure we're bad on this individual year? I don't know, man. The metaphors, it's kind of falling apart. Okay, so we definitely want this. We know we got an Emperor card to teleport us out. We don't care about the Ankh. You know what? I mean... Why do this? Well, we don't have to use our Emperor card yet. We can kill 2 waves and then Emperor card out, which I think is... Look, did we need the stats that we just got? No, absolutely not. We're doing pretty well for ourselves. But, you know, it seemed like we had the opportunity to get some extra stats there, so, like, why wouldn't you take it? It's not like it's gonna, oh, no, I got appointments later today. It's gonna, you know, this is gonna ruin my whole professional... No, you budget 45 minutes for an Isaac episode. If you were in my shoes, how much time would you budget for an Isaac episode? It's an interesting thought experiment, I think. I'm gonna give you some philosophy, okay? Because I think, you know, people are pretty understanding, but there were times, you know, like the classic like YouTuber criticism is like, oh, why didn't you do that thing perfectly? Yeah, that's what I would have done. Were I in the position you were in, I would simply not make mistakes. Is it the number of times people give me like a content strategy? They'll actually like unabashedly write things like, yeah, I think we want this for sure. Like, NL's great, but his refusal to play Fortnite is why he'll never grow to 1 million subscribers. Come on. Then even now, after saying that, people are in the comments. Some people, not everybody. Some people are in the comments, they're like, he's right. He's not right. Dan and I played Fortnite. It turns out that if you want to be popular in Fortnite, you have to be one of 2 things. Good or not old. You can be old, but if you're good is good enough. But if you're old and bad, that's where things become a problem. I mean old in Fortnite terms, not in like, you know, universe terms. But anyway. You know, I feel like if you budget half an hour for every Isaac episode, you're gonna be cursed like oh, we got a lover's card now apparently. It's my mistake. You're gonna be cursed a lot of the time. Because, you know, I'd say the average Isaac episode is maybe like exactly half an hour. If you start budgeting exactly half an hour for each episode, you become a late person. You become one of those people who's like, it takes exactly 10 minutes on the average drive to get to work, so I'm gonna leave home at 8:50. All right, what if you hit 1 extra traffic light? Then you got that low-level anxiety, right? I think if you budget an hour, you're going to end up you will only maybe 1 to 2 times per year end up overrunning and you know, having to be like, I'm going to be late. But you're also going to end up with a lot of situations where you have like free time during your working day, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's good to avoid burnout, but also simultaneously, you know, you're going to end up being a little bit less efficient, less productive as a result. You might say, well, I'll budget an hour, and then if it only takes a half hour, I'll just do a second one. But no, then you've slipped into another problem, good sir. You've slipped into another problem. Now you only have a half hour for the second one, and now you're in the first problem again. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Next one is a big one. Is this not bicentennial, right? Is this sesquicentennial? What does sesquicentennial mean? 150th anniversary. What is the 50th anniversary called? Not as a couple. I mean, okay, I get it's a golden anniversary, but how old is a country if it's 50 years old? Which country has the oldest population? Anyway, I'll see you next time.